China Eastern Airlines passenger plane carrying 132 people crashes in Guangxi province. Suspected militants storm military unit killed 12 soldiers after series of attacks in Burkina Faso. Suspected Fulani militia kills 15, raise houses in southern Kaduna. Details shortly. This is TOS Television, your digital first Pan-African news network. I am Merciful Ajinamo, and you are watching TOS News 360. China's Eastern Airlines passenger plane carrying 132 people has crashed in southern China. There was no information about any casualties in the accident, which took place on Monday afternoon as yet. The Boeing 737 plane crashed in the countryside near Wuzhou City in the Guangxi region. Wales has joined Scotland to ban hitting children in a new law which came into effect on Monday, March 21, 2022. Under the new law, all forms of corporal punishment of children, including smacking, slapping and shaking, are henceforth outlawed. US President Joe Biden will travel to Poland on Friday to discuss the international response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine that has sparked a humanitarian and human rights crisis. Biden will hold a bilateral meeting with President Andrzej Duda in capital Warsaw, White House spokeswoman Jen Psaki said on Sunday. Now to Nigeria, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board said it had registered 1.5 million candidates as it reiterated its stand to close the 2022 registration exercise on Saturday, March 26th. JAMB said that the sale of electronic personal identification number for its unified tertiary matriculation examination and direct entry, which commenced on February 19, will end on Saturday and would not attract any extension. Some gunmen suspected to be Fulani militia were said to have raided Agbankagoro, Kara local government area of Kaduna State. It was gathered that the attack, which occurred on Sunday night, claimed no fewer than 15 lives, while scores were injured. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You're watching TOS News 360. Africa, business and sports stories when we return. Stay with us. Welcome back. An emergency polio vaccination campaign is already on the way in Malawi following the detection of its first case in 30 years. The campaign will target nearly 3 million children under 5 years old in Malawi, but also in 3 neighboring countries. South Sudan government has threatened that it may be forced to shut down social media giants Facebook and Twitter over its use by the young people who criticize their leaders over their failure to unite after 3 years of implementing the revitalized peace agreement. President Salva Kiir Mayardit and First Vice President Dr. Riek Machar Teni in September 2018 signed a revitalized version of a 2015 peace agreement to hopefully stop violence and bring lasting peace in the world's youngest country, which has seen more than 500,000 killed since 2018. Suspected militants attacked a military unit in Burkina Faso, killing 12 troops after a spate of attacks rocked the West African nation in the last few weeks. Recall that it was reported that armed militants killed 30 civilians in northern Burkina Faso, barely 24 hours after gunmen killed 13 security personnel in Tepako town, Burkina Faso. On the business scene, the House of Representatives Committee on Public Accounts has written to the Group Managing Director of the defunct Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, now Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, over audit queries issued against the NNPC and its subsidiaries. The committee, which had accused the NNPC of shielding its 17 subsidiaries in the effort to get them to respond to the queries on their expenses from 2014 to 2019, has now asked the GMD of the NNPC to produce the heads at specific dates. And talking sports, Namibia has approved the co-hosting bid of the 2027 African Cup of Nations tournament with Botswana. According to the Minister of Information and Communication Technology, Peye Moshelenga, Namibia approved in principle The joint bid to co-host the 36th African Cup of Nations Finals tournament with the Republic of Botswana on a 60-40 formula, with Namibia bearing the 40% and associated benefits. And that is TOS News 360 on your digital first Pan-African news network. For more updates, visit www.tostvnetwork.com. Do follow and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. Stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Merciful Ajinamo. Thanks for watching.